A film is, or should be, more like music than like fiction. It should be a progression of moods and feelings. The theme, what's behind the emotion, the meaning, all that comes later. Stanley Kubrick. Stanley Kubrick. July 26th, 1928 to March 7, 1999. Was an influential American filmmaker, screenwriter, producer, and photographer, who, during most of the last 40 years of his career, lived in England. Kubrick was noted for the scrupulous care with which he chose his subjects, his slow method of working, the variety of genres he worked in, his technical perfectionism, and his reclusiveness about his films and personal life. He worked far beyond the confines of the Hollywood system, maintaining a most complete artistic control and making movies according to the winds and time constraints of no but himself, but with the great advantage of big studio financial support for all his endeavors. Kubrick is widely acknowledged as one of the most innovative, influential and intriguing directors in the history of cinema. In fact, he directed a number of highly acclaimed and often controversial films that have often been perceived as reflection of his obsessive and perfectionist nature, and are characterized by a formal visual style, meticulous attention to detail, often combining elements of surrealism and expressionism with an ironic pessimism, while also being among the most original, provocative, and visionary motion pictures ever made. He was born in New York, and was considered intelligent despite poor grades at school. Hoping that a change of the scenery would produce better academic performance, Kubrick's father sent him in 1940 to Pasadena, California. Returning to the Bronx in 1941 for his last year of grammar school, there seemed to be very little change in his attitude or his results. Hoping to find something to interest his son, the father introduced silence to chess, with the desired result. Kubrick took to the game passionately and quickly became a skilled player. Chess would become an important device for Kubrick in later years, often as a tool for dealing with recalcitrant actors, but also as an artist's motive in his films. The Kubrick's father's decision to give his son a camera for his 13th birthday will be an even wiser move. Kubrick became an avid photographer, and would often make trips around New York taking photographs which he would develop in a friend's room. After selling an unsolicited photograph to Look magazine, Kubrick began to associate with daily staff photographers, and at the age of 17 was offered a job as an apprentice photographer. In the next few years, Kubrick had regular assignments for Look and would become a voracious moviegoer. Together with friend Alexander Sr., Kubrick planned a move into film, and in 1950 sank his savings into making the documentary Day of the Fight, finalized in 1951. This was followed by several short commissioned documentaries and Cypher's Day, but by attracting investors and hosting chess games in the Central Park, Kubrick was able to make Fear and Desire in 1953 in California. Filming this movie was not a happy experience. Kubrick's marriage to high school sweetheart Tuba Metz did not survive the shooting. Despite mixed reviews for the film itself, Kubrick received good notices for his obvious directorial talents. Kubrick's next two films, Killer's Kiss in 1955 and The Killing in 1956, brought him to the attention of Hollywood, and in 1957 he directed Kirk Douglas in Paths of Glory. Douglas later called upon Kubrick to take over the production of the Spartacus in 1960, by some accounts hoping that Kubrick would be daunted by the scale of the project and would thus be accommodating. This was not the case. However, Kubrick took charge of the project, imposing his ideas and started on the film. Kubrick's next project was to direct Marlon Brando in One-Eyed Jacks in 1961, but negotiation broke down and Brando himself ended up directing the film himself. Disenchanted with Hollywood and after another failed marriage, Kubrick moved permanently to England, from where he would make all of his subsequent films. Despite having obtained a pilot's license, Kubrick was rumored to be afraid of flying. Kubrick's first United Kingdom film was Lolita in 1962, which was carefully constructed and graded so as to not offend the censorship boards, which at the time had the power to severely damage the commercial success of a film. Dr. Strangelove or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb in 1964 was a big risk for the Kubrick. Before this, nuclear was not considered a subject for the comedy. Originally written as a drama, Kubrick decided that too many of the ideas he had written were just too funny to be taken seriously. The film's critical and commercial success allowed Kubrick the financial and artistic freedom to work toward any project he decided. Around this time, Kubrick's focus diversified and he would always have several projects in various stages of development.